Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped side upside down, and I'd like to take a minute and tell you how. So stay right here so I can tell you more of how I discovered core. UCSC, where I spent some of my days learning, relaxing, chilling with my roomies.
Reading some books for school when a couple of guys were not cool started trouble in the main course, started questioning self and society and the definition of piety. They rattled my brain and I felt a little pain. My friend got scared and he said, "You're reading too many books." Cora is corrupting and gave a dirty look. She threw out the Hebrew Bible, Epic of Gilgamesh, basic writing of essentialism, and many more.
It was hard, but she made me part. I begged to plead it night after night, but then she won the fight. I started to think of all those philosophers and their thoughts, and my brain was in a big knot. So I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said 1/3. God, have no fear, Gilgamesh is here.
Laying in bed, I came to realize and thought, forget about them. I like to read my books for core because they enlighten me to make my choices and be free to take responsibilities for my deeds.
Because of all of these choices we have to make, every action we do puts something different in our life at stake. Like Sartre said, action is the only thing that enables a man to live. If there are no actions, there are no consequences. Without consequences, there are no choices.
Say what?
You get to decide what to do in your life, like sleeping extra minutes or skipping class. You decide how to live your life.
Are we responsible for each other? Of course we have to look for one another. Like in Genesis, Cain was jealous of his brother. His jealousy took over him and ended up killing his brother. He knew he did it wrong, but after all, God did have regard, so he spared his life so he can do better. The moral of the story was that we have to look after one another even though we don't like each other. We have the right to choose responsibility because life is about making choices because we have the ability. He makes the choice to go for his instinct and does what he thinks is correct. He makes the decision to give his opinion to the youth even if the higher power objects.
It is up to us to stay quiet forever or speak up and make our voice be heard. Our choice to stay quiet or not can make a difference for the worse or the better. But we must not forget that we have to be careful with the freedom of expression because we do not want to hurt others when we are not saying the truth. Only we can be the judge and make the choice on what's right to say. Saint Manuel is a liar, but he lies to give his people happiness. To have faith and hope, he told them all, while in his heart he was tearing apart. It was his choice to lie or not, to help his village get to heaven. Lies are something everyone hates to hear, but as long as they sound good, then why not? There's nothing to fear.
So Juana also made a choice. She put learning before everything else, even God, so she became a nun instead of a monk. She spent most of her time studying. She did not eat cheese because she heard it made people dumb. She did not want her brain to go numb. So Juana would do anything to get an education, even though back then times were hard and brought frustration. So even if the idea is a bit bizarre, that should not stop us from getting far. In life we make the wrong choices, but then we learn from our mistakes. Gilgamesh was a powerful ruler who wasn't fair to his people. He did not care about anyone or anything, even if he could change. Enkidu was created to take out Gilgamesh and help the townspeople. But that's not what happened. They became best friends and looked out for each other. Who would have thought they were from the same mother? They showed us how hatred can turn into friendship because they both made the choice not to hate, but to become close mates.
So this is my story of how I found core, how every choice in our lives plays a huge role. Thank you for listening, and if you want to know more, you can always enroll.
Word!